It's time for the Coach's Corner Show with your host, Pat Disabato.
Hello and welcome to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'm your host, Pat Disabato from the Daily Southtown, and if you haven't figured it out by now, we're at Sandburg High School, home of the Eagles. Got a great show for you tonight. We're going to kick things off with football coach Scott Peters in his fourth season as head coach. He was here as an assistant years before that. Eagles are 2-3, coming off a tough loss to Lockport on Saturday. They have HF, doesn't get any easier this Friday night, but Scott's doing a great job. He's getting this thing turned around. And one of the kids he has, a senior starter on the offensive and defensive lines, Cam Woolery, will be a guest as well. Cam's got a couple big-time offers. Great kid, 4.2 GPA, the epitome of a student athlete. And I have to give a shout out. I'm at Sandburg. I got to say hi to my boy Danny, the Pistol Lang, Eisenhower grad, teacher here. Jimmy Morsavillo, baseball coach, and I got to give a shout out to Todd Allen. I should say he's the girls golf coach, but he's also the basketball coach as well. All right, folks, we go to this Beggar's Pizza timeout. Join the Big Cheese loyalty program. Plenty of perks to be had at Beggar's Pizza where they lay it on thick. We come back. Scott Peters, Sandburg football coach, will be our guest. Stay tuned.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
Hello, boys. I'm a drop-dead gorgeous pepperoni sausage, hold the vegetables deep dish pizza. Just look at my cheese. Your place or mine. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
What is a Southsider? From 8 to 5, he's a hard-hat, hammer-swinging, God-fearing son of pride and strength. Gives everything he has to get his job done. Then gives what he has left to his family and friends. It's here where he'll leave his legacy. It's here where he'll buy his truck. During the summer clearance event, drive a new 2019 Ram just $275 a month, or get 20% off MSRP at South Oak Dodge Ram.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. All right, our first guest tonight, Sandburg football coach Scott Peters. Scott, how's it going, my man?
Good, thanks for having me, Pat.
It's your virgin voyage on the Coach's Corner Show, which I can't believe. I find it hard to believe.
Second time.
Oh, it is the second?
Second time. You had me back on in 2004 when I was defensive coordinator.
Holy
we went to the quarterfinals, so it's been a while.
I was going to say, man, there's no way I had you on the 4 years you've been head coach. My memory's not that gone. You know what I mean? It's gone. It's going, but it's not that gone. So, wow, 2004. Man, time flies, I'll tell you. All right, my man. Tough loss Saturday, I should say. Saturday against the Porters. You guys had a sizable lead and kind of fell apart at the end. So what do you kind of tell your guys now with the schedule you have coming up? You know, what's the message to kind of get the thing back on the track here?
Yeah, I mean, our biggest thing, I mean, obviously with our schedule coming up, playing the Big Three in the conference, that, nobody enjoys those weeks necessarily. But, I mean, our message to our kids is that, we just got to get better, compete, work hard, and put our best, effort forward. And that's one of the things that, we really pride ourselves on is, regardless of what the outcome is how we play in our effort.
Okay. What has impressed you most about this team?
I think there's a couple things. A couple seniors that have stepped up and taken on some roles that maybe they originally didn't think they were, going to do, and then the young kids. And we got a lot of young guys playing this year. At some point we'll probably end up with about 17, 18 sophomores or juniors that have started or played significant playing time this year. So, our seniors that have stepped up in some key spots, and the young guys for sure.
Yeah, so you guys next year, always want to look at that far ahead because you're middle of the season now, but looking pretty good, man. I know your freshmen are pretty talented as well.
We got some good lower level kids. Even our sophomore team's playing well, and we've taken 4 of their kids, up with us. So we definitely have some kids in the pipeline, but definitely don't want to forget about finishing this season strong.
Right.
Our seniors have put in a lot of work in the off season, and we want to give them everything they have end of the season.
Absolutely. Who are some of the kids that have really stepped up for you this season, Scott?
On the line, Cam Woolery plays offensive, defensive line for us. Really a defensive kid. He's going to go play college football somewhere, and do a very nice job of it. And he taught himself how to snap this summer. We were desperate for a center, and so he's done a nice job, helping out there too. But we know his primary position is going to end up being the defensive line, but he's really done a nice job stepping up. Of our younger guys, John Michael Komachi would be the first one that comes to mind. He's starting at free safety, playing receiver. The other day in the game, our kicker didn't have his mouthpiece in, so he comes in and kicks the extra point. So he pretty much can do it all.
Nice. He's an athlete. He's a baseball kid too, man.
Player too. So he, I hate to say it, Morrison won't like it, but his best sport's probably football.
Morrison's going to have to live with reality. So when you look at this thing, besides the youth, where do you want to see the need for improvement moving forward?
One of the biggest things, just from a program standpoint, is getting the Orland Park kids to stay in Orland.
Yeah.
We think we have a lot to offer here at Sandburg. I kind of live by that one town, one team mantra. If the Orland kids stay here, special things can happen here and save their parents $50,000 at the same time.
And look at these facilities, man. I mean, great facilities. You've got 2 Sandburg grads who are starting on the same offensive line with the LA Chargers, Dan Feeney and Michael Schofield, 2 Big Ten guys who went on and now are playing in the NFL and are starting on the same offensive line. I did a story on that last year, but I mean, pretty remarkable, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes there's a misconception that if you go to the public school, you can't play at big places or play in college and all that kind of stuff. We've sent 21 kids to play college football over the last 2 years. Those guys went to Michigan and Indiana, respectively.
Yep.
They're obviously doing very well for themselves. Both great guys at the same time. It can happen here at Sandburg if all things line up.
Yeah, and the kid we're going to have on as our next guest, Cam Woolery, who you talked about, is a kid who's got a 4.2 GPA, playing both sides of the line. He's got 3 offers going. So I mean, that's the proof is in the pudding, right?
Yeah,
that's
academically, things happen well here. I mean, I know kids that have gone to private schools that couldn't get into the Ivy League. As a valedictorian, here we send kids to the Ivy Leagues every year. We've had athletes that have gone there. I really think there's a lot to offer here at Sandburg, and the community has embraced it. We're very involved with the youth organizations now, and there's Orland kids that are playing in more youth organizations as the Pioneers. So I got to travel. I got to travel on my Sundays now.
Your wife loves that, right?
To see that. Oh yeah. We definitely have that sign in our house. We interrupt this marriage to bring you to football season. So that hangs prominently.
And the other thing, man, I don't know if a school, in regards to at least football, has a better 12th man than your student section, man. I mean, they come out. I mean, they're very supportive of your students.
Yeah, I think they do a great job. They do a tailgate beforehand. I don't know what happens there. I don't ask questions, but the kids come out. They have different themes for every game. They support our athletes. Rain or shine, they're out giving our kids everything they can.
Yep. Well, and you were here, you started back in 2002, correct?
Yeah.
You're a Providence grad, we should say that, but you started in 2002 here, and you coached here for a while, then you went to Providence, and then you came back here. And now this is your 4th year as head coach. I mean, Scotty, has it been harder than you anticipated, or do you feel like, hey, we're making big strides here, the best is yet to come?
Yeah, no, I mean, I knew it was going to be a challenge. You know, getting, like I said, you know, where we sit geographically, you know,
Yeah, you guys get rated, man.
There's 8 private schools that are picking at the Orland Park kids, and, you know, they don't have that same issue down in Frankfurt, and it makes a difference, you know. You know, it's just one of those things that we just keep plugging away and you know, try to make a difference with the kids and in their lives, you know, both on and off the football field, and give them good opportunities. And, you know, like I said, you know, 20-some kids going to college over the last 2 years, you know, we're providing those opportunities for kids. And, yeah, we'd like to have a few more wins at this point in the year. And, you know, with the way the Catholic League has messed up their conference, you know, I think we definitely have the toughest conference in the state, especially on the blue side. You know,
yeah.
I don't know how you can argue that.
How do you like this configuration now? You know, you guys lost the Thorns. You know, they're out, so you lost 3 teams there, but now you guys are split up in divisions again.
Yeah, we, you know, having divisions is great. You know, I'm sure if there was a way to balance out the schedule a little bit with not having to necessarily play all 3 of the big ones like some schools do. And then really us and Lockport are the only ones that have to do it on that side. You know, so, you know, that kind of, it is what it is. You know, we tell our kids that you're going to play in the toughest conference. You're going to have to prepare and play every week, and you should embrace that. You know, so that's what we try to do. We embrace it. We know we're going to get good competition, and we obviously don't shy away from that. You know, from a non-conference standpoint, we schedule Hillcrest. You know, and they went to the semifinals. So,
yeah, and they could go back to the semifinals, if not further, this year.
Right. So, you know, it's. And that was just signed, you know, last spring. So it wasn't like, you know, we're shying away from anybody. We know we're going to play good games every week. But, you know, at the same time, as a competitor, that's what you should want to do. You should want to play good teams and tough teams on a weekly basis.
Now, with that said, do you foresee a situation where the old Sandburg, Andrew, are we going to get this back together? Or what are you thinking, man?
Well, I mean, the hard part is I mean, every 2 years our schedule flips. So, you know, then we could get them on a crossover.
True.
You know? So, yeah, I mean, I'd be up for it. You know, I know we played that for years, and then
didn't play it for a lot of years.
Well, I know.
But then they finally got it rolling. Yeah.
From what I heard, I wasn't around that much then. But yeah, then they stopped playing for whatever reason, and you know, yeah, I think it'd be a good game for our kids to, you know, week 1 or 2 open the season. You know, and again, that could get messed up with the crossovers.
That's the issue, exactly. All right, well, Scott, you're doing a great job, my man. And I know this junior class, you're speaking I know a lot of talent in this junior class. You got some sophomores up, Kevin Zimmer, your quarterback. So, I mean, there's some nice pieces there. But like you said, man, guys like Cam Woolery, the senior class, they deserve to go out and have the attention focused on them and try and get some positivity going these last 4 regular season games, and hopefully you get to the playoffs, man.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you got to line up and play football every Friday, so we'll see what happens.
Yep, absolutely, man.
Try to go out strong.
All right, Scott, thanks a lot. Good luck the rest of the season. Folks, we're going to a Lisa Thomas Salon timeout. Locations in Mokina, Tinley Park, Orland Park. When we return, senior 2-way starter Cam Woolery will be our guest. Stay tuned.
At Lisa Thomas Salon, we think loving yourself and your selfie starts with the perfect stylist. That's why we've assembled an amazing team, each with a unique passion for beauty, providing the perfect combination of innovation and experience. Then adding just a little bit of fun. For hair, skin, nails, and makeup, no one does beautiful like Lisa Thomas, because life's too exciting to settle for the same old thing. Schedule today at Lisa Thomas Salon, a Redken Elite partner with 3 area locations.
Bob's Auto Body and Repair in Blue Island has been prospering since 1968 when Robert Warniak Sr. opened a business. Bob's goal? To go above and beyond to satisfy their customers. Whether it's a small ding or a major collision repair, Bob's is a trained technician and state-of-the-art equipment to meet the high standards their customers expect and that Bob's demands. Bob's also offers complete mechanical services for your automobile, from an oil change to brake repairs. Mention this ad, Bob's will detail your car for free with any auto body work or give you a free oil change with any mechanical work. Bob's Auto Body and Repair, Blue Island.
If you're suffering from physical pain, nothing else matters. The one thing that should is Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, because experience never mattered more. Serving the community for 25 years with over 90 years of combined orthopedic experience, our fellowship-trained surgeons provide individualized care to those suffering from orthopedic pain. We deliver comprehensive care from diagnostic to surgical to rehabilitative services, all under one roof in each of our locations. Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, bringing university-level orthopedic care close to home.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Our next guest, Sandburg two-way offensive defensive lineman, Cam Woolery. How's it going, Cam?
Good, it's going good. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on board, my man. 4.2 GPA. And the kid has got some offers. Morehead State just made you an offer, right?
Yes, sir.
Last week. You're looking at maybe Butler, Valpo as well, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
All right, so you got this 1,000 pound club shirt on. What's this all about? What's this entail?
So the 1,000 pound club shirt represents when you make it in as an achievement for the 1,000 pound club, which is just like a combined total of our three big lifts that we do here, which is squat, bench, and deadlift.
Okay.
So my bench was 300, squat 435, and deadlift was 535.
Man, so you could have been in the 1,200 club.
Almost. That's what we're reaching for.
That's impressive, my man. That is impressive.
Yeah.
All right, well, we talked to Coach Peters about Saturday's tough loss, man. So you being a senior, and I know this is a pretty young squad, what was your kind of message to the rest of the team, man?
Well, my message to the team, we're always going to face adversity, and we can never dwell on a loss. So we try to, because there's nothing we can do to go back and change that.
Yep.
So we just got to focus on the future and our next upcoming opponent, HF, and just look forward to the next game and just do our best there.
That's it, man.
No reason to dwell on the past.
That's for sure. Good advice. So you're playing both ways, and Coach talked about how your primary position is on the defensive line. I know you played some men. You play primarily tackle, right? Defensive tackle.
Yes, sir.
And so they needed a center this year. You took it upon yourself to take some snaps, learn the position.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest challenge going both ways?
Biggest challenge, well, early in the season, it was dealing with conditioning and not getting gassed midway through the game.
Yep.
So early in the season, I was having to come out a little bit for some drives on defense and have my backup come in. But I've been working on that and getting it better. And now I've been able to past couple of games, been able to stay in for the duration of the game.
Yeah, it's tough, man, especially in early part of the schedule when it's warm, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah.
You can't be pulling any cramps. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay hydrated, man.
Yeah,
Drink that Gatorade, right?
Yes, sir.
Being here as a student athlete, your final year, man. What's the best part about being a student athlete at Sandburg for you? What do you look back on fondly?
Yeah, this year it's my favorite part is the brotherhood and the bond that me and the guys on the team have. With the juniors coming up and with me being a senior now, I really want to focus on building the strong bond between our seniors and our junior class. We know in order to have a good team, you have to have good team chemistry.
Yep.
So our favorite part is probably every Thursday night we hold a team dinner at one of the guys' houses, and we'll have the whole team over, and one of their parents will have the host all 70 of us kids over at their house, or less than that sometimes. But it's been fun, just the brotherhood and bond that we've created here, and also the atmosphere on Friday nights when our fans come out, because we have a great super fan section.
Yeah, your fans we talked about, they're awesome, man.
Yes, sir. It's been fun.
So 70 guys, has your family ever had to host that?
We did this year. Yeah,
so,
we hosted it for the first time this year.
What are the Wooleries hooked the guys up with, man?
My dad barbecued. Yeah,
he did, man.
He loves the barbecue, and the guys he loved the fact that they were raving about his food. And I remember just this past weekend, he was saying, "Hey, how about we have another one of those?" And my mom was like, "No, we're not doing that again."
One and done, right?
Yes, sir.
That's enough, man.
Yeah.
If you could pick any team within the Chicagoland area to put on Sandburg's schedule, what's the one school you'd like to see on the schedule, man?
I'm definitely going to go with Andrew.
Andrew,
yeah,
huh?
Andrew. I've been hearing about the rivalry with us and them ever since I was a freshman here.
Yep.
And I just with them being so close to us, we know a lot of the players and kids that go to their school, and we think it'd be a really fun game. And we finally put the rivalry to rest. Yeah,
I'm telling you, I hope Mike O'Neill and Mike Navarro are listening to this young man who has no idea the history. But I tell you how this thing came to fruition finally, Cam. It's too long of a story, but I'll give you a little education on this. But this is what it means to a kid like this. That's who they want to play, man. They want to play Andrew. Andrew wants to play Sandburg, and hopefully that can be worked out. If not in a division situation, in a non-conference situation down the road. All right, Cam, thanks for coming on board, my man.
Thank you.
You've got a bright
Appreciate it.
future. I got a real good feeling we're going to hear about Cam Woolery down the road. That's for sure, man.
Thank you.
All right, folks, we're going to go to an athletics timeout. Our good buddy Tom Mulvey. When we come back, doing some results, doing some players of the week. Stay tuned. Athletic Sports and Orthopedic Physical Therapy is a 2,200 square foot facility that includes the latest in rehabilitation equipment, including the HydroTrack underwater treadmill. All therapists at Athletics are experienced and offer hands-on treatment for patients that require such therapy. Whether it's your feet, ankles, knees, hips, lower back, shoulders, elbows, wrists, neck, or jaw, Athletics is here to help. We at Athletics understand you as a patient have the right to choose where you receive treatment. Ask your physician if Athletics, with locations in Oak Lawn and Orland Park, is right for you. Whether you're in the mood for a Chicago-style hot dog, Italian beef sandwich, Philly cheesesteak, or charbroiled cheeseburger, Joey's Red Hots has you covered. In the mood for something lighter, Joey's Salads promises to hit the spot. Looking to cool off on a hot day or after a workout? Joey's refreshing homemade Italian ice will satisfy. Come check out Joey's Red Hots at 17400 Wolf Road in Orland Park or at 115th Street and Western Avenue in the Beverly community, where they're open until 5 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. No matter which location you visit, Joey's Red Hots promises to provide exceptional tasting food at an affordable price.
What is a Southsider? From 8 to 5, he's a hard hat, hammer swinging, God fearing son of pride and strength. Gives everything he has to get his job done. Then gives what he has left to his family and friends. It's here where he'll leave his legacy. It's here where he'll buy his truck. During the summer clearance event, drive a new 2019 Ram just $275 a month or get 20% off MSRP at South Oak Dodge Ram.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'd like to thank Sandburg football coach Scott Peters and senior lineman Cam Woolery for being our guests. Good luck to the Eagles the rest of the way. Time for the results segment, sponsored by Athletic Sports and Orthopedic Physical Therapy, 2 locations, Oak Lawn and Orland Park. All right, game I was at Saturday, and Friday night was a wash. Literally, figuratively, it was a wash. So all the games, at least in the South Side, got pushed to Saturday. I was at Lincoln Way East HF in Frankfort. Heck of a game, 28-14 win by East. For HF, Dominic Jones had a 1-yard TD. Sean Allen had 142 yards rushing and a TD. Lincoln Way East defense had allowed only 54 yards of rushing through the first 4 games, and Sean Allen, behind a massive offensive line, was able to go bust out for 142 yards. For Lincoln Way East, A.J. Henning, 140 yards rushing, 3 TDs. Mason Pierre-Antoine had a 43-yard TD catch. What a great play call. I would say Rob Zavonar, the head coach, but he didn't call that play. That was Joel Palisar, the offensive coordinator. Great call. We'll get to that a little bit later. And Devon Williams, 73 yards rushing for the Griffins, who are 5-0. And in my alma mater, Shepherd 20. I'm remiss. Eisenhower 20, Shepherd 14. Seamus Murphy, first-year head coach at Eisenhower. He's a Sandburg grad, led the Cardinals to victory. That's a big win. Nice homecoming win for the Cards. They're 3-2 now. Daniel McLaurin, he had 3 touchdown passes. Roosevelt Smith had a couple of those TD catches. And Gregory Day with a 50-yard TD catch for the Cardinal. That's a big win. They're at TF North this weekend. Shepherd suffers their first loss. We're going to talk about the old Astros in the high and tight segment, so stay tuned for that. And then Bremen 34, Tinley Park 24. Somebody stop the Braves. They are sitting 4-1. For Bremen, Tavion Parker, 26 carries, 288 yards, and 3 TDs. Joe Adekahunzi, 11 carries, 101 yards. Dontrell Alford, 7 carries, 60 yards. For Tinley Park, who's putting up some unbelievable points all season. They just have had trouble stopping teams, but they're sitting 2-3. Joe McKenzie, he was our player of the week last week, 3 TD passes and a touchdown run. Evan King had a TD catch. Johnny Gonzalez had a TD catch, and Christian Law had a TD catch for the Titans. All right, the Labriola Bakery Cafe Golden Baguette Player of the Week. We're going to hook up Lincoln Way East senior A.J. Henning, 3 rushing TDs, and a 70-yard punt return that set up his 6-yard scoring run to lead the Griffins past the Vikings. And I'm going to tell you something. Don't discount that HF team. That's a good team. That was a nip and tuck affair until that big pass call to end the half with 16 seconds left. So we're going to hook up AJ. the grandson of the great Quinn Apple Richardson of Eisenhower and of Illinois fame, with a $25 gift card, compliments of Labriola Bakery Cafe. The Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club Player of the Week, Lincoln Way East Emma Kine had 6 kills to lead the Griffins to a 25-15, 25-20 win over Lincoln Way West. For her efforts, we're going to hook her up with a nice little goodie bag of compliments of Lisa Thomas Salon. And you know, the Komachi family owns Lisa Thomas Salon. Their 2 children, Sandburg grads. How about that? Morgan and Ryan Komachi, our graduates. All right, folks, when we come back, we're going to go to Labriola Bakery Cafe timeout first, but when we come back, high and tight. Stay tuned.
Looking for a unique dining experience with incredible food? Then check out Labriola Bakery Cafe. Opened by Rich Labriola, Chicago's premier artisan baker, you know they'll have great bread, but you won't believe the rest of their menu. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizzas, fresh pasta, and their world-famous Richie Burger. There's also homemade gelato and, of course, their famous bread. Labriola Bakery Cafe and Neapolitan Pizzeria, conveniently located in the Oak Grove Promenade.
At Lisa Thomas Salon, we think loving yourself and your selfie starts with the perfect stylist. That's why we've assembled an amazing team, each with a unique passion for beauty, providing the perfect combination of innovation and experience. Then adding just a little bit of fun. For hair, skin, nails, and makeup, no one does beautiful like Lisa Thomas, because life's too exciting to settle for the same old thing. Schedule today at Lisa Thomas Salon, a Redken Elite partner with 3 area locations.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
I'm a half sausage for you and your husband and a half just cheese for the kids, who never seem to stop moving. Go ahead and take the night off, Mom. I got you covered. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. All right, time for High and Tight, sponsored by Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, 2 locations, Orland Park and Oak Lawn, and we've had him on as a guest here, Dr. Leonard from Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, Sandburg grad, team doctor for Sandburg, Andrew, and Marist. All 3 of those schools. So we'll have him on one more time this during the season. So he's a wealth of information, a great guy. All right, folks, so you've heard the term trap game. Well, Shepherd Eisenhower last weekend, that was a trap game for Shepherd. Shepherd's sitting 4-0. They see Eisenhower, though it's a District 218 rival. Eisenhower's 2-2, coming off a loss, getting shut out against Revis. Shepherd's like, man, we've got this. We've got Oak Lawn in week 5. We're going to be sitting, or week 6, we're going to be sitting 6-0 playing Lamont. And then they've got Richard. So they're thinking, man, we're going to go into Lamont 6-0. Unfortunately for the Astros, they got caught looking ahead, overlooking the Cardinals, and the Cardinals upended them. 2014 on Eisenhower's homecoming. And there's some, there's coaches who were at Eisenhower and now are at Shepherd, coach at Shepherd, now at Eisenhower. So there's some underlying, intensity over there. There's some bragging rights going on. So me being an Eisenhower guy, very happy with the outcome, though I have nothing but respect for Johnny Rowan at Shepherd. He's doing a great job. But that was a trap game, man, and the Astros fell into the trap. All right, hope you enjoyed the show. Have a great week. Get out to some games. We'll see you next week.